Hello there guys, how are things going today? I'm gonna play a few videos for you in a minute here just to ask a few questions. One question in particular is, what do we do with our children in the midst of all these, how do I say this, indoctrinations that's going on in our culture today, right? There is an effort to indoctrinate the minds of our children into the gay agenda. It's almost undeniable for me at this point. I'm going to explain in a minute here because you might have heard about what's going on with Netflix and that there is a boycott which already cost them over $16 billion. People are canceling their Netflix account. Reason for that is because Benny Johnson actually began to expose some of the videos of Netflix and things that are being taught to some of our children. He put a nice compilation together and that went viral on X and people saw it and they are shutting down their accounts because there is an effort through the media and through the screen to indoctrinate our children into the gay agenda. I've actually spoken about this before. I've spoken about the San Francisco Gaming Choir song. They say that they were going to use the media.
Teach them not to hate. We're coming for them. We're coming for your children.
And there's a whole lot of stories we can get into with books of how they actually written down their plans. This was part of the goal from the very beginning. Now, let's play this video from Benny Johnson. And the question we are asking is, what do we do with our children when it comes to these systems? And how do we, as parents, take back control from these indoctrination camps that oftentimes we hand our screen or a laptop or a TV screen, we hand that over to our children. But little do we know, their brain are being transformed and we are losing them right in our home. So is the question I'm asking. So listen to this video by Benny Johnson, and then I'm going to show you some of the clips of what is going on Netflix and how disturbing of a thing it is. Now, take a listen to this.
Why this Netflix cancellation campaign has gone so viral, with hundreds of thousands of people canceling their Netflix subscriptions, including Elon Musk. Is the #1 trend in the world, and Netflix has lost billions of dollars in their stock. You can see right here an absolute collapse today. The reason why this is actually happening isn't your standard red versus blue political issue. It's a lot deeper than that. It's a moral issue. Have you seen what Netflix has been putting in their children's shows? This isn't like we're trying to push one way or the other. We want Democrats to win. You know, we want everyone like socialism. Like, it's not like that, okay? Open borders even. It's so much worse. They're sexualizing children. It's got to be the single most radical thing you can do, the single most morally indefensible thing you can do. And I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to play you all the clips. I'm going to show you what they're putting into their programming. That's why this has gone so viral, because Netflix has truly crossed the line. If you believe that this is wrong, you should also cancel your Netflix. Okay, here we go. Here's the mashup of every time Netflix has put transgender, sexualized, radical ideology into their children's program.
Now, you heard what the man said. And again, you can't deny the fact this is very effective, right? I do have an issue with certain boycotts. Sometimes people boycott for a period of time and then they go back and get the subscription again. Other people may not boycott, and these companies have ways of dealing with boycotts. They have ways of working around that sometimes. And but I think it's bigger than, this is a good thing. I'm not against it. I don't think that's the solution, because we have to take ownership of our own families and children. That is the solution ultimately. But it is still a good move. It is meant to send a message out there. And also, TD Jakes made a post earlier today asking for Netflix to remove him on their platform because of what's happening with this boycott. And he's finding out that he's being associated with a lot of the gay stuff. And that stuff is, not everybody's okay with it. Now, the next videos I'm going to show you now are the clips that are compiled on Netflix and that people are talking about. Now, first of all, I want to say this is disturbing. Keep in mind, these are children's shows. And one of these shows, I would say my son was watching, the Jurassic Park show. We were watching that. We never saw this one. But as we were watching it, we did notice some of the girls were becoming a little bit too close to each other. We picked up on that and we said, that's kind of a little weird. But anyway, we haven't watched it for a while. But you remember now, the show may be good. It is somewhere in one of the series that they will insert stuff like this. And your children picks up on that and think this is okay. And next thing you know, so goes their brain. Now, take a listen to the compilation now. Let me know what you think.
When you're trying to decide, think about all the things you like to do. Just be you.
Just be me. My name is Charles. I use they and them for my pronouns. I'm the Ghost Club Artifact Specialist.
Reporting from the wedding of the year, everyone's favorite karate instructor, Sensei Dave, will be marrying mixed martial arts champion Jiu-Jitsu Joe.
He's the undisputed champion of my heart.
But in this Sensei Dave's big day, he taught me how to really smash stuff. Oh, now let's get ready to romance.
Wow, I can't wait for my mom to feast her eyes on this.
The school totally customizes our rooms for us. It's so cozy. I'm Frankie. Pronouns they, them. I'm only 15 days old.
Hi, Claudine, she, her. Nice to meet ya.
My full name is Frankie Stein. I was just created by my parents, but not in the way that others are created by their parents, like werewolves. I was actually made in a lab using some of the...
Nightshade's pronouns are they, them.
He or she just doesn't fit who I am.
My apologies. Please switch their piece. Now, the plan.
Correct response. Like cotton candy clouds floating in a blue sky, Banafi will slay that runway. Banafi, tell us why you chose this delicious dress.
As a transberry, I love living out loud as my most authentic self. And I wanted to dress as bold and unique as I am, which, let's face it, is a tall order.
Now, as you can see, it is very intentional, right? It is subtle, intentional. Why is that even in children's show? Do kids walk around thinking that way? Are children thinking about their sexuality, their they, them pronoun? Are they worrying about boyfriend and girlfriend in this sense every day? Little kids, the truth is they're not. And what they're doing, friends, they are sexualizing our children. Okay, that's what they're doing. They are literally brainwashing them. They are indoctrinating them. This is a form of grooming. That's what's going on. But it's being done in a very mild, friendly, childlike type of way. But again, why should we expect any different? This is the world. Netflix is not Christian. It never claimed to be Christian. Now, it's supposed to be decent. It's supposed to be family-based. And there's stuff for adults, but when you go to the children category and you're getting sexual perversion, people have every right to be concerned because it's supposed to be children's show, right? But it is in these shows that the LGBT movement is so prevalent because remember now, they want to catch these kids at a young age. And before you know it, your Christian sons or daughter in your home is confused. Turn around and try to get you to be confused as well. They want you to support them, approve what they do, celebrate them, wear your rainbow stuff, and before you know it, the church must change their behavior. The doctrine has to change. We have to wear these flags. You get it? It was happening inside of our homes. So the devil is creeping inside of our homes through these TV shows. What do? Well, I'll tell you what. The boycott is a solution. It is. Turn it off. Why you keep paying them money for them indoctrinating your children? Turn off these Netflix accounts. Listen, I'm all for it. But we have to go deeper than that. When I say deeper than that, I mean a lot deeper. Because the reason they have access is because we give them access, first of all. So what my wife and I begin to do, during school days, no technology. You use the technology to do your homework. That's it. You're doing a research. You have to use your iPod or a laptop. We actually have a family computer. You use that to do your research and type your papers. So you don't get movies, you don't get technologies, you don't get to watch shorts, none of that. We took this stuff away, okay? And what we begin to do, and that's one of the ways we do it, on the weekend, you can have technologies. You can't have Netflix, that's canceled, okay? That's removed. And now, the thing is, if you have technology, we carefully examine what is being watched. We pay attention to what is being watched. That's another thing. But now, what we begin to do as well, we begin to make sure on the weekend, when they have time to even check out what's going on online, we are making sure the schedule is packed. The schedule is packed. There's activities to do. There are families to visit. There are places to go. There's something we're going to do as a family. We're going to go out. We're going to do something physical. We're going to get active. There's bike ride going on. Listen, I'll be honest with you. This hasn't been a major concern in our home because we just invest in our children. When they come home, we're paying attention. I stop making videos in the afternoon. Rarely do I do interviews in the afternoon. Reasons for that is because we're trying to keep our children safe. Okay? Once in a blue moon, I may have an interview in the afternoon. Once in a blue moon. And I don't like to do that because we want to make sure we're paying attention to them. When they come home, my video recording is over. Okay? Because I'm like, all right, what's going on? Where's your school? Where's your notes? What's happening? What are we doing today? What book are you reading today? Are you hungry? Let's eat. Did you practice piano? We're very serious about that. We pay attention to them. We don't just let them loose and run around however they want. No. And the thing is, there's so much the kids could do in the house, right? There's so much they can do. There are activities, there are things that they can build. We bind them hands-on physical things that they can do, and we try to invest in them, pay attention to them, help them out with their homework. And also, during the weekend too, there's Bible studies you have to do. There's memory verse that has to happen. So, all I'm simply saying is, parents, we gotta take back control. We just gotta take back controls of our home. I don't know how this is going to be done because, today the culture got us all working, and then they are, the world is babysitting our children, and they are changing their brains and their minds over the media. And these children later on, they begin to hate the gospel, they hate Christ, and they begin to attack you because you're trying to uphold the standard. But remember now, the enemy is trying to infiltrate the brains of our children. We have to understand this is a thing. This is a war. So, yeah, I would encourage you to find something better to do with your children. Invest in them. Now, there are medias out there that are decent, right? There's something called Angel Studio. It's not too bad. There are certain YouTube channels you can actually programs on YouTube for your kids that they can watch that are very much educational in nature. There are video games that we give that are like math-based, reading-based. They have to read the words and make the sound. Then they can go to the next level. It's actually very interesting. So there are things out there that kids can do that are better than what many of them are doing right now. And a lot of these, stuff that's going on is madness. And I don't take away all media because I think there's some positive use of it. Because we have a granddaughter. From watching Coco Melon alone, she learned how to read. She learned all her numbers. She learned a lot. She was ready for school by watching some of these videos. So it's not like all these videos are bad. Some of it can be good and very educational for the kids. But when you get into what's going on in Netflix and some of it is sipping on YouTube, it's just a lot of sexualization. So you have to understand that there's a risk while there's a positive use of it. There's also a drastic scary, dangerous risk that comes with it as well. Because you are not paying attention to this and it happens just like that. A little seed, a little nugget. They don't need to spend an entire show on this, even though there's entire shows of them indoctrinating children. But all it takes is one little scene, one little moment, one little verbiage, one little counsel, one little kiss, a little hug, a little I love you to two men, two girls kissing each other. That's all it takes. And they're confused. You know, friends, pray for your family, invest in your family, and spend time with them and pay attention to what's going on out there. Pay attention. Time to take back your own home. Take back your own home. Do not trust these systems. Thank you for listening. Have a good one. Bye.